Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. And we're back in Astoria, Washington. We had made it all the way down to Medford, Oregon, but I realized we were still in a log hauler. And we hadn't hauled any of these forestry machinery DLC cargoes. I got the DLC and then we just never got around to hauling any of them. I think maybe we hauled one of them, but it was sort of accidental. But I decided we needed to come up here. I looked for them. Man, there's really not a whole lot of them. I think they're one of those rare spawn items. You know what I'm saying? One of those rare drops that you look forward to when you see it. So we're going to haul this up to Seattle. And then I think in Seattle we're going to swap over to our Volvo. Our Aerodeath Volvo. And let's haul some highway cargo down into California. Right, and we're taking this, it's about 150 miles, so it shouldn't be too long an episode. And let's get a mini map up here. I know we've got the GPS in the corner. I always say we don't have GPS. And I guess what I mean is we don't have a gear indicator on the dash. Let's see if we can get us out of here. We don't have a gear indicator, and consequently, I never know what gear I'm in. So I do leave the mini-map up for that. Some of the trucks have the gear counter in the display. Concentrating. And this thing goes at, I believe, 60,000 pounds. So not terrible. Not terrible, and certainly something we can handle with this truck. Which, I mean, it's got a small cab, but the wheelbase is not too short, and it's got a nice big motor in it. So we ought to be okay. Beautiful. And we are rolling. Let's get some lights on. Let's get some wipers on. Fantastic. So how's everybody doing? It's Friday for me. It's going to be Saturday for you. And it's been kind of a low-key. It's been kind of a low-key gaming week for me. There's really no new drops. There are some patches. Well, I'll try to do them in order. You know, I've been spending a lot of time racing. I've got 2 motorcycle championships just about to wrap up. MXGP 19 got its first patch, and it fixed some things. It added a track that was missing. I want to say in Indonesia. And I know the F1 calendar. I sort of know the MotoGP calendar. I don't know the Motocross Grand Prix calendar to save my life. So a lot of these stops, it's like, you know, it was missing. Was it? Was it really? I don't know the calendar well enough to know what's supposed to be on there and what's not. Not without looking it up. But they added that track, and that game has the AI is so broken that it's almost bugged out. In qualifying, in pre-qualifying. So when you do a full weekend, there is practice, and practice determines gate choice, right? Who gets to start in what lane. Or you can do practice, which determines gate choice for a qualifying race, and then you do the qualifying race to determine gate choice in the main heats. So in the practice, the AI will be running lap times that are like 7 to 10 seconds faster than you. You just can't, you know? And it's like, well, this is impossible. I can't do this. But then in the race, you can gradually pull out a lead on that same AI. So the practice times are not calibrated properly. And the AI also varies pretty wildly from one track to the next. I thought they were going to fix that. I was hoping they'd fix that in the patch, and it seems like they really did not. I mean, they fixed some things, definitely, and they added that track, so they're working on it. But I feel like the AI in MXGP 19 still needs some work. However, it's looking like on the realistic AI setting, it looks like, give me a good gear here, there it is. On the realistic AI setting, it looks like we're going to win the MX2 championship. We got one more race to go, and that is, MX2 is the underclass in Motocross Grand Prix. And then we'll bump up to the 450s, and that'll be awesome. It's a cool game. It really is. It's taken some time. A full weekend is about an hour and 15 minutes for me. Hour and a half. And there's 17 rounds. I guess there's going to be 18 now because they added that other track. So call it 17 rounds. It's been, 20, 25 hours. The game came out on August 27th, I think. and it's the middle of September, and I'm just getting that championship wrapped up. So that is super cool. And Milestone, they're hit or miss with patches. There's some things in MotoGP 18 that just never got fixed. They just moved on to MotoGP 19. And I'm also about to, well, not really about to, I'm about halfway done with the championship in MotoGP 19. I'm on the Works Ducati. I did, slow it down a little bit. I did one season. I took a promotion to MotoGP on the Aprilia team and spent a lot of time and effort building that bike into a contender, but it just never really did it for me. That was the best offer that I got out of Moto 2, so I took it. But I really wanted to be on a Works team, and I didn't necessarily want to be on a Japanese Works team, and that really doesn't leave too many choices. It's going to be Ducati, so I'm happy with the bike so far, and we've made some upgrades to it, so that is tracking. What else? Dirt Rally 2.0. Dirt Rally 2.0 is it's impossible. There is such a jump from, if you're not familiar with Dirt Rally, there's no difficulty setting. You just do as well as you can. And if you finish on the podium in a given, there's different classes of rally. So you start in open, and then I believe you go to clubman, and then I think it's expert, maybe. But you get what I'm saying. There's different levels. Rather than setting a difficulty, the better you finish your season, the harder your next season is. Oh, that's cool. It's a different way of approaching it, for sure. In Dirt Rally, I was able to get up to Elite, I think. Master? I don't know. I was able to get up there. In Dirt Rally 2.0, I finished on the podium. I finished third in Open. Got my promotion to Clubman. Ooh, don't hit the pickup. Got my promotion to Clubman, and I am routinely finishing like 22nd, 25th in a rally. It's really, really hard. So what do? I goes on some Reddit, right? I need answers. What's going on here? And the answer is, yeah, it's really hard. And the game has been out for a while, so that is not like the situation with MXGP 19, right? Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. We've got an unexpected event on our journey. We're going to have to detour. Well, let's figure out where it is first. So MXGP 19 is new, and they're patching the AI. Dirt Rally 2.0 has been out for a while. And so I don't know that they're... Oh, so we want to be back over here. No, we don't want to be back over there. I don't know that they're patching that AI, is what I'm saying. I think they want that in there. So what we're going to need to do is hop in the map. We're going to use map as pause. We can't go this way. We want to get to there. So it's going to route us down here. Oh dear. Okay. So that means we need to go, if we can't go that way, that means we need to go this way. No. This way. No. Tell you what, let's wait till we make our turn, and then I'll just do it manually if I have to. I see where we have to go. So no fix for that I'm able to see. It's just really, really hard. And there's a rumor that four-wheel drive, a couple classes of four-wheel drive have AI that always runs at 100% regardless of what class you're in or what difficulty you're at, right? So you go from open to clubman, and rather than the AI being at 92% or 94% working your way up to 100% at elite, it's already at 100% clubman. So it's just impossible for me right now. I mean, I'm sure somebody can do it. I can't do it. I'm really, really struggling. I'm having a great time, though, and I'm going to hop back in the map here just for a second. I need to get this. I need it to be like, well, that's better. No, that's not going to work. I need it to be like, nope. You see what I'm trying to do. I wanted to tell me where to turn, but I feel like it's just going to keep sending me back here until we get over to Astoria. In fact, what if we do this? Oh, nope, that doesn't work. We're going to have to go down here, and then once we've made this turn onto the 30, then we'll select the 101, and it'll take us up and around. Hopefully. And there goes my idea for a short episode. So it goes. So it goes. So, and I am in the Ford RS200 in Group B, which are some of the more challenging cars to drive in the sim. But what I've learned to do, because I want to say I'm in my 4th rally of the season, and I seriously haven't finished better than like 22nd out of 30. Drawbridge. It is a drawbridge. I knew it. This is the one last episode. We got yellow lights when we were coming across here, and I thought for sure we were going to get caught on top of the drawbridge. Maybe it waits till the traffic clears before it opens. I realize I'm just absolutely not going to finish well. It's just not going to happen. And so what I've done is just relax, slow down, drive as well as I can. And I'm not necessarily finishing any better, but I'm not wadding the car up. I'm not taking damage. And because you have to pay for your own repairs, the less you damage the car, the more money you come out of the rally with, which allows you to buy upgrades for the car and hire better staff, which will make you faster. So it could just be that it's a kind of a long game approach, and the more money you can bank, the more you can improve your team, the more you can improve your car, and then you can compete at those higher AI levels. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm having fun. I really like Dirt Rally 2.0. I'm glad I got into it. Initially, I was a little disappointed. I thought it was exactly like Dirt Rally. And I stayed with Dirt Rally because I had career going. I'll just stick with Dirt Rally. But I'm really happy with Dirt Rally 2.0. Really am. So that's what's going on there. F1 2019, still churning my way through the season in the Racing Point. I'm actually doing a little better than I should be doing. I think I'm like 5th in points, and that tells me I need to bump my AI up a bit, because the Racing Point should not be up with the top 6. The top 3 teams, top 6 drivers. You know what I mean. So that's what's going on there. Now, Dirt Rally 2.0 did just release... Sorry, I'm jumping back to another sim, and I'm trying to concentrate. Dirt Rally 2.0 did just release Season 3 and Season 4, or the Season 3-4 patch deal. I don't know, whatever it is. It was a thing, and I bought it. Come on. Come on. Surely there's a gear that will get us up this ramp. Jeezy Pete's. There it is. Season 3 and 4... package. I don't know, whatever. I bought it. It was $30, but it's Season 3 at the moment. It comes with some liveries. They're adding grease. Grease has been added, and then they're also going to add... Oh, there's another track coming. I always call them tracks. Another location coming. And I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, but grease was just added. You know, it's a different kind of model. It's similar to almost the Train Sim World model. Right, here's a sim. It doesn't really have very much in it, but we'll sell you that stuff after you buy it. You know? Okay. So it's a business model. We'll leave it at that. It's a way of doing business. But you know what? You got to make money in this world. Got to pay them bills. Let's sneak in here carefully. Beautiful. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I don't think there's a... Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to be late. The same thing that happened last time. We got a detour, and it just blew us up completely. Ah, that's okay. That happens. We are so far to the right here. I don't want to scrape this thing on the wall. Right. Now, we're going to pause up here again. We're going to use map for pause. Right here. Because I need to keep... Yeah, I need to keep resetting this. No, we need to wait till we're up here. We need to not exit toward Longview. Do not exit toward Longview. Yeah, I have to remember that. Although I am curious. I always have been curious if... Oh, dear. I always have been curious if those random road closures clear. In other words, if we were to head back to Longview or back toward Longview, would that detour be gone by now? I don't know. Freeway ends. Yeah, it does. Carefully.
Go straight on.
So other than that, yep, not a whole lot going on. Just waiting on the Platinum package, the Platinum edition of Farm Sim 19. Yeah, and all that class equipment. That's going to be cool. Also waiting on seasons conversions of maps. Really have not seen as many of them as I thought we would by now. And I don't know if maps are harder to convert or... Man, I really feel like there's just a different feeling in the mod community now than there has been in the past. I feel like there's really not... Maybe not as many modders. Maybe people aren't into Farm Sim the way they used to be. I don't know. But it definitely feels like there aren't as many mods and as many modders as there were for 17. And it could be that people just gave up on the game. I mean, not everybody, obviously, but it could be that 19, you know, pissed enough people off. Yeah, feeling the weight, too. I know this truck will be okay with this 60,000 pound piece back there, but we gotta look for gears a little more aggressively. Right, so do not get off toward Longview. Do not get off toward Longview. Got it. And I'm trying to think what else. A bunch of games have pushed back. A bunch of games on my wish list that were slated for 19 have pushed back to 2020. There's some of them, honestly, I don't really care about. The Alaskan Truck Simulator and the Siberian Railway Simulator, I have to say. I'm not sweating either of those. There is a firefighting simulator that I think may be... I don't want to say abandoned, but I don't know if that one's ever going to be done. All that's done so far, all I've seen of the gameplay so far is you can walk around a firehouse and look at a fire truck. And I saw a YouTuber that did have some alleged gameplay footage that had been sent to them by the dev. I don't know. Right, this is where we're not getting off, and my GPS is right in front of what I need to be seeing. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if that'll ever be done. Dead Stick, the Alaskan Bush Pilot Flight Simulator, also seems to be struggling, maybe? Is that a good word? Alright, so now that we're past here, we're still kind of winging it. We're going to go through... Is it Astoria? Yeah, it might be. Oh, that's crazy. We're going to go back through the town that we just left, but this time we're going to go straight instead of right. Oh, dear. Okay. So it goes. So yeah, Dead Stick, who knows when that'll be done, and Automobilista 2 that still seems to be tracking. Yeah, and I'm trying to think, yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's just my regular list, and from there, that takes us pretty close to the holidays. That's into December, and from there, I always think of, like, the end of December, and then pretty much all of January and February as, like, the dead zone. You know, you get the games out for the holidays, and then after that, it's just take a break. Everybody's been grinding, you know, to get through the year, to get everything delivered, and then you're done, you know. And when I say delivered, I don't mean, like, down the chimney. I mean, like, get your deliverables all sent to where they need to be. I think we're gonna go... Man. Oh. Alright. I'm just going to stay to the... Well, we have to stay to the right. Okay. I wasn't sure if we could go... So we're going to go right and then straight. I didn't know if we could also go straight and then right. So we'll go through here. And at some point I will need to...
Then turn left.
correct the nav because it's going to be increasingly misleading if we don't sort it out. All right, so we go here. Go. Like so.
Okay, let's find a new route. Keep left, then turn left.
Right through here. I am concentrating, and I'm trying to sort of
Turn left.
route find at the same time. Now, if we do this, if we do this now, will it finally give us this route? Yes, that's what I've been waiting for. And from here, we only have 187 miles to go, which is 40 miles more than we had to go when we started our trip. Been driving for 20 minutes, and we haven't even left town. I love it. The life of a long-haul fake trucker. Now, as long as this guy in the van back there doesn't give me any grief, we'll be okay. So we need to go down and loop around. Okay. We can do that. And there was something else. There was one other game. There was one other sim. Something I want to mention. Something I was thinking about.
Straight on.
Oh, I can't remember. But there was something else. Right. Through here. I guess. Well, we've. I thought this would be a 20-minute episode. Looks like we got another ways to go even from here. Oh, okay. So now we're going over here.
Then turn right.
So we're going to go... Oh, dear. Okay. We're going to go right and then around. And okay. I see where we're going. Still no word on Road to the Black Sea and Utah. Now, Utah was just announced a few weeks ago. Road to the Black Sea was announced a few months ago. I think something happened with Road to the Black Sea. I thought it was going to come out closer to Washington and 1.35. I think they did push it back. And they're going to release it with 1.36. But I do not think that was the original plan because SCS does not typically announce things that far in advance. So I think maybe they both might be... I don't want to say a holiday release because the DLC is not much of a, you know what I'm saying? That's not much of a gift. You know, give somebody a DLC for Christmas. There you go. But that's still kind of a holiday season kind of thing, maybe. Who knows? Or if 1.36 is going to be the final patch of the year. All right, so we'll go across this bridge. You know something else that we have not come across lately? Is the idea of weight limits on bridges and also height restrictions. If they also began listing the height of some of these trailers and put height restrictions on certain roads and weight restrictions on certain bridges, I think that would be fantastic. That you have to plan your route based on height and weight as well. Now, the reason I think that is not, I don't want to say it's not viable, but the tricky implementation of that would be that there aren't enough roads to necessarily solve that problem as you would in real life. In real life, there's roads everywhere. You could always find a way around. You can always find a solution. But with the roads being somewhat limited in ETS and ATS, in other words, you can see roads, you can see traffic, but you can't necessarily drive on those roads. They're NPC only. So the idea that, you know, I can't take this bridge, well, I'll just take the next bridge down the river. In ETS or ATS, there isn't a next bridge down the river. It's 400 miles away. So, carefully, beautiful, right through there. So I don't know that it would always be possible to sort it out. Well, like, look at what's happening to us right now. A detour like that in real life would most likely not result in this type of a workaround. A detour like that in real life, you would probably have a highway patrolman a few hundred yards down the highway with sort of an impromptu U-turn, right? That if you got if you were trying to go south and you got sent north around that accident, there would be Highway Patrol would have something set up so that trucks could make a U-turn and get back on course, rather than go, hundreds and hundreds of miles out of your way for a fender bender. People got to make money, yo, and with supply chain being what it is globally now, things can't be a few hours late. They really can't. And I think even people that aren't in logistics and supply chain recognize that. So there would be a fix that is more. This will be nice, taking this little drive through the woods here. I don't even think we've been on this road, but there would be a way to sort this out other than the way that we're sorting it out. And I think the same would be true of overweight and overheight trucks, but it's tough to implement that in the game. I would like to see it, though. I would like to see more route planning, or even a toggle where the game does not plan your route at all. You got to plan your own route, which, again, because of the lack of roads, and I'm not complaining when I say that, it's just a fact. There's not, to get from here to there, there's really only one way to do it, maybe two ways. It's not like you got to actually plan a route. So essentially you just click on the map and it lays the route in for you. But I would like to see a toggle where you would have to stretch out a line, and the longer that line gets, the more red it turns to indicate that you have to sleep. So if you pulled out a route, if you pulled out a line that did not take you past your driving hours, the line would stay green. As you got into, within an hour or two of your driving hours, it would turn yellow. And if you tried to plan a section, or a segment longer than your driving hours would allow, the line would turn red. So now you got to back that line up and look for a place to sleep, right? And then from there do the same thing and the same thing to build a route across the United States, across Europe, whatever, that would keep you within your sleep hours and your driving hours. I think that'd be fantastic. Nice little detail. But toggle it, so that people that don't want to do it, or if you're just not in the mood to do it, click the button and you're done. Plans the route for you. All right, well, this has certainly turned into an adventure. I thought we were just going to bounce up the road and be done, but always a surprise waiting for you. Here we go. Carefully. And that GPS really... This truck doesn't have great visibility to begin with, and that GPS really blocks your vision. It's crazy. We're coming up on 28 minutes, and we've still got about 10 minutes to go. What do you want to do? You just want to knock it out? I've been doing some two-part trips lately. I think we've even got a two-part trip going in ATS as we speak. You want to just knock it out? Let's just knock it out. I think we might go about 40, 45 minutes, but so it goes. I don't want too many multi-part trips going at once, right? So we'll make this turn here, and I don't think we're really going to be on freeway for the rest of this trip. The 101 is pretty small all the way up. Go here. Okay. Right through here. Got it. Carefully. There we go. So yeah, man, I didn't really, I don't work with like any kind of a script or anything. Sometimes I'll have a couple things written down, but for these truck trips, I really have no idea what I'm going to talk about, and I certainly didn't have enough to fill 45 minutes. I'm trying to think what else happened gaming this week. Nothing really. Yeah, I've just been racing. I've just been kind of easing back into spin tires. I've been farming. Yeah, man. That's I got nothing. I got nothing for you. And it's been... I passed the way station. Okay. It's been... how do I want to say this? There's a lot of things going on in the world. And one of the things that I like about gaming is none of them are in here. And I know that sounds kind of strange. Like, if you're a kid, that's a good thing, you know? Cool. I don't care about that crap. But I think once you get to be an adult, there's some things that you have to care about. You know, I mean, I'm not really into the price of soybeans, but I do understand global economics and international trade, at least enough to know that there are things happening that I probably want to keep an eye on. And in terms of investments and, you know, where you want to put your money and what you expect it to do, and just the stuff you need to think about as an adult. And at the same time, it's really nice to have a place where none of that intrudes, for lack of a better word. It's a great thing about gaming. I mean, I know people that are really into politics, and they're really into, I don't even know. It's more than politics. It's like pageantry, tribalism, like that. If you ask them what the underpinnings of their political beliefs are, I don't even think they could tell you. It's mostly just about how things make them feel. Good or bad, you know, angry or happy. But they don't have an ideological or philosophical underpinning, bulwark. There's nothing to support their political beliefs other than just emotion. But they go with it, man, and they're so into politics. But it's not really politics that they're into. What they're really into is tribalism and arguing. And so there's so much of the internet, so much of what drives the internet is just people arguing and being horrible to each other. And you see a bit of that in gaming. People can be pretty shitty to one another in gaming communities and on forums. And some of that is just the internet in general. People are horrible on the internet because it's all anonymous. But it seems like politics is the one where people become like the most animated and the most hateful, you know? And something that I really like about gaming, both actual gaming itself and the gaming community, is, for the most part, I mean, it does creep in. For the most part,
Then turn right.
we try to avoid that. This looks like a very, this looks like a tricky turn.
Turn right.
As long as this bus doesn't try to sneak by me on the right, I think we'll be okay. Yep, we're gonna make it. And the one that gets me is every now and then you'll see somebody will do a review of a game and they'll totally make it into some kind of political statement by the developers, either for or against the candidate that reviewer likes, for or against a politician that reviewer likes. And the reviewer, you know, they're so offended, and they come up with all these contrived links. You know, this means this and that means that, and people immediately respond like, "No, man, it's just a video game. There's no subtext. There's nobody's going after your favorite person. It's just a video game." So you can look for hidden meaning. You can look for, you know, some type of message in anything, and you'll find whatever it is that you want to find. If you want to take a look at anything, at a video game, at sport, music, art, whatever, you can always find, if you're looking hard enough, you can always find a way to say that is for or against something you believe in. And the great thing about gaming for me is when I look at games, I just see games. That's all I see. I see simulation gaming. I see developers trying to make money. I see people relaxing and entertaining themselves. And that's it. That's all it is. And if you're looking for deeper meaning, you're not going to find it in gaming. It's just, we're just goofing off. And so for this to be that kind of an escape, you know, that if the real world is just something that doesn't interest you at any given moment, fire up a game, because there's no reality in here. As realistic as we try to make these sims, and as realistically as we try to play, this isn't reality. This is a place where we can go to just chill and not have to deal with the real world. So I don't know what made me think of that. I don't know. But anyway, that's another cool part of gaming for me, is that it's definitely an opportunity to step away from the real world. Real world's getting more and more unpleasant, I think. It's
Keep left.
when you look at stuff from the 1950s about what the future was going to be like, and we'd all have those kitchen robots. That was like a big thing in the 50s. Everybody's going to have a kitchen robot running around doing stuff for you. I don't have a kitchen robot. I mean, unless like the Roomba counts. I don't think it does, but it was going to be so pleasant. Everything was going to be so awesome. And problems that we had in the 1950s, we still have today, locally, globally. It's not that much better. People just seem so much unhappier. And that's with all the... Hang on, I've got to concentrate here. Seattle. We are going to Seattle, right? Okay. And that's even with all the meds that people take. As medicated as people are, and I'm talking like prescription antidepressants, and also stuff that's in that gray area. You know what I'm saying? Xanax and Ambien and Lunesta and all the different ways that we try to make life more pleasant. As hard as we're trying, it doesn't seem to be working. Because there's a lot of people on a lot of drugs. And a lot of people that I know they just don't seem happy. They just don't. They can't find their chill. I don't know. Who knows where it's all going to end up. Right, so we'll go through Olympia. Yeah, we're almost there. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we'll be all right. 36 minutes. I think we should be there hopefully before 45 minutes, maybe even a little bit before that. We didn't drive too much at night. All right, we're bringing it back around. And then next episode, like I said, we will hop in the Aerodeath Volvo and just put a regular box trailer on it and haul some regular cargoes. Because we've been hauling logs, we've been hauling pipes. I wanted to haul one of these forestry machinery DLC cargoes. So we're good to go now. And we'll begin making our way down and get ready for Utah. I'm curious. So I lived in Moab, which is just outside the entrance to Arches National Park in eastern Utah out in the desert. I'm curious if they're going to have, I mean, if you have Utah, you sort of have to have Arches. It's a really important place in the state. In the same way you have to have the Wasatch Mountains. I think, are we in Olympia? We're in Tacoma. Okay. Right through here. So I'm curious how much of Arches you'll be able to see from the highway, or if you'll be able to turn in there, right? Like sometimes they have a little area as a discoverable. Truth about Elvis. I don't even know what that means.
Keep left.
But that was, yeah, living in Moab. I don't know that I would necessarily move back. I think once was enough. But living in Moab was definitely a very cool time in my life. Moab, well, again, it's been a few years. I don't know if it's the same. Places change. People change, too. You go back someplace that you really liked and it's not the same, and you think, well, this is all different. And it could just be you. Could just be you that's a little different since you were there. So I don't know if Moab would be what it was when I was there. But it was definitely something else. All right, now this time I feel like they are going to tell us, yeah, see? I'm beginning to sense the rhythm of this game. So we're pulling to get weighed. We're going to go here. I can't believe, even with the detour, we made it on fuel, we made it on sleep, and we did this entire trip in daylight.
Turn left.
That's amazing. Stop at the truck scale. Okay. You got it. Right about there. Yep. 83,000 pounds. Beautiful. Here we go. And when we get to our yard, I'm just going to hit the skip delivery button. We've gone long, so wrap it up as quick as we can. Man, I wish I could remember what it was that I can't remember. There was one other thing, and I'm trying to think, like, all the Sims I play. That one. Yeah. I can't remember. It's bad. I don't know. Maybe I need more coffee. Right. So we'll go over here. Like so. Alright. Well, this worked out. When we hit that detour, I thought everything was just going to go completely tits up, but somehow it worked out. And this game does look good at night. It's a shame that it doesn't record well at night. Because I think it looks fantastic. I think, because I preview these videos either on tablet or on my phone, which are both 1080, but they're little, right? Little tiny pixels. And, oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy, sir. It says keep right. Okay, we're fine. And I think sometimes that even with the compression and downgrading that YouTube applies, I think sometimes these videos look better on YouTube than they do on the monitor that I'm watching them on right now. I have a giant monitor, and I have to say I compromised quality for size.
Keep left, then turn left.
Hang on, concentrating. I had to decide whether I wanted a giant monitor or a super high res monitor, and I did choose size. And I feel sometimes like the pixelation, some of the pixelation and jaggies that I'm seeing. Oh dear, we're in the wrong gear. Hang on. Some of the pixelation and jaggies that I'm seeing when I'm watching these videos as I'm recording them, or, well, I'm watching live gameplay, but you know what I mean. What I'm seeing right now is a little more pixelated than what I'm going to see when I preview this video. So with Shadowplay capturing directly off the graphics card, and then on a 1080p, either a phone or a tablet, I think what you see looks better than what I'm seeing. So as we were coming into Seattle with the lights and everything, I'm really looking forward to previewing this and seeing what that ends up looking like when all is said and done.
Turn left.
Right. So we're going to go down here. Right here? Yeah. We'll go down here and we're done. How are we doing? 43 minutes. Perfect. So right in here. Have we been here before? Yeah, we have, because it's highlighted. Okay. So we'll go right over here. You know, part of me is always curious. I know these cargoes and trips and things are sort of not quite randomly generated, but you know what I mean. They just pick a cargo and it's some things are approximately aligned, but it's not 100% realistic. So in my head right now, I'm wondering why this tub grinder would be going to the port of Seattle. Now where's it going? What's going to happen to it? So we go right through here.
Get ready to turn left.
All right. I do feel like this game is improving.
Turn left.
It's easy to hate on developers for all the little things they do that bother us and piss us off and disappoint us, but they come through for you. And I feel like Giants is
You have arrived at your destination. Your route
pretty solid company. For being as small as they are. Oh, there we go. Skip parking? Oh, we're late. I knew we would be. How late are we? We're, oh my god. We're pretty late. $0, 0 XP. My goodness. They dinged us. In fact, I think that cost us money, because what we do, 6,500. This would be 8,600. And then 35. Yeah, about right. I think this job actually cost us money. So it goes. So it goes. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of American Truck Simulator. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.